Imagine there are three people. You, me, and our friend called Kavya, right? Hypothetically. I am someone who is very disciplined, someone who does one thing, one job that is given to him or that he needs to do, and is very, very focused on life. He does not explore a lot here and there, but he's very much focused, and someone who might be called disciplined, right? That is me. There is Kavya, who is passionate, interested in a lot of things, interested in a lot of different ideas, in a lot of different crafts. She is good at singing, she is good at dancing, she is good at cooking. Hypothetically, she's good at a lot of things. She explores a lot, right? She goes out, does things which challenge her. She's not very dedicated to making one thing very good, right? That is someone who is multi-passionate. And then there is you, multi-disciplined and multi-passionate. Someone who is multi-passionate and multi-disciplined is someone that will be interested in a lot of things, but would also have different stages in life in order to focus on one thing and make it the best. We are going to talk about a very interesting concept that I learned about today, which is multi-passionate and multidisciplinary, right? Two types of people, or something where these two things are within you, right? That is a very interesting concept that we are going to talk about. So, multi-passionate. Who is a multi-passionate in this era? Probably everybody, bro. Everyone is interested in a lot of things. Everyone does a lot of things very well. So that is a multi-passionate person. I might be a singer, a gym goer, an entrepreneur on the side, and I might also be very good at cooking, this, that, right? So this is someone who is multi-passionate, good at a lot of things. And there is another concept here which I learned about today, which is multidisciplinary. What is multidisciplinary? Very, very interesting concept, by the way, which would help you a lot if you are dealing with the same problem that I am dealing with, right? Now, what do I mean by that? We generally take this as a character trait, a character personality, right? Someone has a lot of passions, he is multi-passionate. But we don't really take into account someone who is multi-disciplined, because there are not a lot of people. A lot of people are multi-passionate, but not a lot of people are disciplined, because, short attention spans, short form content, you bitch. If you really think about it, someone in this era who would be multi-passionate and multi-disciplined is someone who would be described as follows, for example, right? They are good at, say, singing, they are good at dancing, they are a good gym goer, they are also an entrepreneur, so they have a nice physique because they are a gym goer, and they are an entrepreneur, and they cook well on the side, and they play football well on the side, right? Now, someone like this, right? Someone like this is a person who is interested in a lot of things. Now, what this person does special, what basically separates him from the common crowd who are multi-passionate, right? This person will have stages in his life where he's dedicated to one particular interest that he is actually interested in, right? They don't leave everything else, they don't restrict themselves, they explore different ideas. Someone who is multi-passionate, but they also have seasons of discipline on one particular thing. For example, if their physique might be shit, for example, they went through a bad holiday, their physique might be shit, they would come down and they would actually work in a particular span of time. Say 1 month they dedicate completely to their physique and they get better at it, right? Multi-disciplined. Now, in 1 month they did this. Now the other month their business demanded something. They are an entrepreneur. Their business demanded something, some extra effort because it was fucked or something. And then they focused on the business properly, and then they grew the business. They put lesser focus on the other things, right? Really focus on the business so that they could bring it to a nice place. That is someone who can focus on one thing at a time when needed to, but is also someone who is not restricted, exploratory. They are not restricted from their mind in terms of exploration, right? That is very clear now. If I tell you about my story, I have always been interested in a lot of things. The career that I have has gotten me a lot of things. Now I am basically an entrepreneur, right? I do entrepreneurial shit. I do meetings and sheets and this and that. But once upon a time, I started with content creation. This is the exact thing that I started with, which gave me all the skills in order to become what I am today, right? That is how it started. I am interested in cooking. I am a big, huge gym fan, so I go to the gym a lot. Recently, especially because I'm focusing on this. See, this is the multi-discipline thing that I was talking about. In this season of life, I need to focus on the gym a lot. So I'm doing that currently, right? So that is there. I am interested in a lot of things, a lot of different crafts, a lot of different ideas, thoughts. I'm interested in politics and art and fashion and tech, a lot of it. So I'm interested in a lot of these different things. But I have started adapting this habit, right? If you talk to Ayush 3-4 years ago, he would be doing a lot of things together, but not focusing on one thing at a time. But today, Ayush, this particular Ayush, focuses on one thing at a time when there is a need to focus on that particular thing, and he tries to give specific time to specific things when they're needed to. For example, I needed to prioritize the gym right now because my physique was going to shit, bro. So I've prioritized my physique, and then I got better, and now I'm focusing on other areas like content creation. This is my first video after a very, very long time, right? So I am trying to take in this principle and apply it to my own life. And I just read an article about it today. I did not know about that this is an actual theory, but the theory suggests this exact thing, right? You have multi-passionate stages in life where you explore. Da Vinci, for example, could not do 10 different things that he did if he was not exploratory and very disciplined, right? That was an example given. So, if you really think about it, what we do is we take this particular idea of exploring a lot. We do this in creative outbursts that we have. Whenever we want to explore something, whenever we are genuinely curious, curiosity is the key word here, right? Whenever we are genuinely curious about a particular issue, we just go out there, explore it, quench our thirst of curiosity, and then finally come to a satisfactory level. And then if we are interested, we need to just go through that particular lane and finish it off, right? We need to get better at it. Multi-passionate and multidisciplinary is a place where you are passionate, you want to do a lot of things, but you are also disciplined when there is a need to. There are stages in your life. Multi-passionate is not a personality trait, and multi-disciplined is not a personality trait again, right? Sometimes you want to be creative and you need to be creative. That you need to go out there, look for inspiration and everything, and that is when you are multi-passionate. And when you really want to focus on one thing, make the craft better whenever there is a need to, especially because if you don't do whatever is actually needful during that time, then you basically are stupid. Basically, I would not tell you anything, because if you don't do what is necessary, then your life will not be very favorable to you, right? What I have been trying to do now, I try to have periods of focus during my life for things that are actually necessary, for things that I want to explore on. I try to prioritize things more, give something more time, more energy, and taking priorities away from other things so that I can focus on one thing, get better. But I still am exploratory. I go out there, look for things, look for new things to learn and everything. So yeah, that is there. What I've seen helps, honestly, bro, the hard way is you need to prioritize brutally. What I've seen actually helps people, or like which might help you, is you need to brutally prioritize what you need to do. Because if you don't, say, if you want to if your physique is shit, right, and you're working on your business very well, the business is making a lot of money, but your physique is shit, you need to have a season where you are basically focusing mainly on your physique, because that is the most important aspect during that area of your life, right? Honestly speaking, if I'm not being very critical of you, it is a lack of discipline and nothing else. If you need to focus on something which is absolutely necessary, you need to focus on that no matter what. And if you are not, that is a lack of discipline, right? But you need to do that in order to get success in life, get not just success but just contentment in life, because otherwise you'll always be tense because you're starting tasks and half finishing it, so your dopamine will be fucked, right? So that is the hard way I've seen it. Brutally prioritize, right? And what will stop you from doing it, right? What is the biggest thing that will hold you back while you are doing it? I think personally it is short form content. Now, short form content is a bitch, by the way, but short form content, why do I watch it, by the way? I watch it, I share it, I whatever. But if I had a choice when nobody was watching it, and if I did not have to catch myself up with the latest trends and everything, I would personally give up. I recently lost my Instagram for 2 weeks. I did not do jack shit about it because I was very content about the entire thing, right? But short form content is a place where you see a lot of ideas, explore a lot of ideas and things. Short form content is the biggest example of fucking shiny object syndrome. You know why? Because you see someone taking something like a very beautiful shot, right? And then your cinematographer clicks in, and then you are like, I need to make a film or shoot a nice reel or whatever, right? And then you go out there and you do not think about the fact that they have used a nice camera, they're professionals, they have good lighting, they have good setup, they have a good brain about doing all of this, and you are just a stupid idiot with a microphone and you're, going around doing shit for yourselves. You will find the biggest examples of shiny object syndrome on Instagram, and you'll get distracted by it. And if you see something, you would want to do it, and then you get distracted, and then you think you're working on it because you're scrolling through 10 reels about a particular subject, but you're not actually being productive, you're being stupid, right? That is the overall idea. So short form content, I think, will be the biggest drawback when you are going on this journey, which will hold you back. So try to reduce the amount of content you consume and try to increase the amount of, the work that you do. like genuinely dedicate yourself, because bro, if you really think about it, most of the passion, most of the creative juices, most of the happiness that we will get out of doing something like an activity, like if I want to jog, if I want to go cycle, if I want to go to the gym, for example, for me, if I want to go to the gym, why am I going to the gym, right? I am going to the gym to build a nice physique. But if I'm half-assed at the gym, or if I am half-assing the entire gym, what will that lead to is just discontentment and hatred towards the subject for inside me, because I'll go to the gym for 2 years and nothing will happen, and I'll blame the gym, that gym is stupid and it does nothing, right? But you really need to be consistently focused on one thing to make it better, to actually truly reach the true amount of happiness that it can give you. So basically, if you're really trying to explore something, actually go explore it. Don't just touch it, lick it, and come back, right? That is just stupid. So that was the overall idea. That was the final thought. And yeah, I'll see you later, alligator.